Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network here on YouTube. And I am so stoked because there have been so many really cool things happening right now. And I am just thrilled about the community that we have here in the Lego world. And some of you may know that, you know, and I'm looking at my, oh my gosh, let's get that chroma key off. There we go. Some of you may know that I've been involved with a couple of different collaborations, and I think the best part of collaborations is that you get to learn so much from so many other people. And one of the things that has come out of those collaborations, for example, I was just looking at the different YouTube videos that I have here, and one of them that kind of started this whole thing with collaborations is the hashtag Daily Brick Limit. And as I've been checking the different posts, this started in August of 2020. Yeah, August of 2020. And it was an idea that Joriel Builds had, and then I participated, Brickworm participated, he participated. It was primarily the three of us. And then in January, I was talking to Joriel and I said, are you going to do this again? Because I really had so much fun with it. And he said, well, I wasn't sure. I said, you should go ahead. Let's try it again. Let's see what happens. And this is where I have been chatting with him saying it's really turned into a global phenomenon. And I'm so happy that I could be just a really small part of that. But what's been fascinating to me is since that time, so if you think about it, that's not that long ago. I mean, that's what, 9 months ago when the start of this year? So we had started the Daily Brick Limit in January, and I know some other people have been doing some other challenges, Summer of Sam's, for example, and the Let's Build series that Brick Huntress has been doing. There's so many really amazing challenges, and of course I've been participating in the Tricky Bricks challenges for a while. Oh, hey Glenn, how's it going? Good to see you. And as I was looking at also some of the other, so I've been going through my videos and reorganizing them so then that way they make a little bit more sense. And if you wanted to, so for example, the work that I've been doing right now with the LEGOMasters Season 2 with Yano, it's like, oh my gosh, what an amazing talented person she is. And we've been talking about this Wednesday's episode, which is going to be the season finale. And we're going to be all dressed up for it. We're going to be celebrating, and I'm just so excited about how all of this is coming together and just how things kind of fell in place that we could work together. So we've done already 6 episodes, and we'll be doing our final episode this Wednesday. But I've just learned so much from her, and also just looking at upping my game when it comes to makeup and style. So don't be surprised if next year, I'm not going to say this year because I'm really still a t-shirt and jeans and yoga pants kind of person. So I may be upping my game. We'll see. I might turn to her for some more advice, because just first starting with the makeup and then moving from there. But the other thing is that I've been attending conferences. I've been doing that for the last couple of years and learning about these other builds. And so today, as you know, as you saw from my little promo, is I'm going to be finishing this little bunker. So I started working on this bunker on my Twitch stream, and today's Saturday on YouTube. And Saturday is usually the day that I reserve for some of my MOCs and some other builds. And I will show you this more on my down camera, but you can see that I've done some enhancements to this. And when we were building, I had put in these burps on the side and some seaweed. And today we're going to work on this wall as far as what we're going to build up here. But this particular standard I learned from Perry Wang and Dave Morgan, who are going to be on my show on Tuesday for my streamiversary. And that's what's really been, when you think about today, so today is September 11th in the United States right now. And everybody remembers where they were 20 years ago. And for me, I know it's hard to believe. Has it been 20 years? 10 years. It's been, was it 2001, right? 2001 or 2011? It was 9/11/11, right? Okay, I'm getting confused. Anyway, it was a long time ago. So I know that I was in Raleigh at the time when this happened. And I just remember I was on my way to work when all the news reports came through. And it made you realize that what seemed impossible at the time, because when they were talking about one of the planes flying into the World Trade Center, you think, okay, maybe it's one of those passenger planes, you know, a small propeller aircraft. But as the reports started coming out, I started to realize just what situation this was. And today, on my feed from Facebook, I got another photo of me coming back from Charleston. And if you remember, Charleston, back on September 10th, there was a mandatory evacuation of the city. And I happened to have flown in right there, 2001. Yeah, it was 20 years ago. Thank you. Thank you, Glenn. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. It just, when I said 20 years ago, it just seems so long ago. I mean, it's amazing just what's happened and how our lives have changed since that instance. But when I was thinking about what happened 3 years ago, is I was in Charleston, and this is what really drove me crazy. Here it is, Hurricane Florence. The size of both North and South Carolina. This massive hurricane is heading towards the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina. And I was a meeting planner at the time, and we had this meeting planned in Charleston, and, you know, we're telling the hotel, hey, we don't really want to have this convention right now. You know, there's this massive hurricane coming into town. And they said, I'm sorry, but we can't cancel it until the mayor declares it's a state of emergency. So I was living at Santa Rosa at the time, and I flew out all the way to Charleston. And I landed, I don't know, maybe 1 o'clock or so. And that was September 10th. And they said, we are now declaring a state of emergency, and all events have been canceled, and you need to get out of the city. And you have to be out of the city by the next day by noon. And I swear, my plane literally landed, I don't know, an hour and a half before that evacuation order. And I was so thankful that one of the board members for this group that I was working with, she drove me to Charlotte, because that's where she lives. Oh, hey, Cowboy Kenobi. As a time traveler, I hardly pay attention. Okay. Well, I was just reflecting that 3 years ago, I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. I flew all the way from California to the East Coast, and then right after that, like 2 or 3 hours later, my friend drove me to Charlotte so I could catch a plane the next day, which happened to be September 11th. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Hey, Zarek Martinez. Yeah, I was just reflecting because today is the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and you know, and to think we're in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, who would have thought 20 years later, after the Twin Towers fell, that we would be in the middle of a global pandemic? But the thing that still gives me hope and a lot of positivity is just whenever there's crises like this, people come together to help each other out. And my friend Mona, who drove me from Charleston to Charlotte, and we talked about it, and I said, did you want to stay the night and try to drive the next morning? Because I was exhausted. I was absolutely exhausted because I just flew, and then an hour later we were told about the evacuation order. And she says, well, she lives in Charlotte, so she says, I'm going to drive tonight. And I said, I am going to sleep in your car. so she drove the whole time. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and like I said, I am exhausted. I've got jet lag. I didn't sleep very well on the plane. We've got this massive hurricane coming towards us. And I just remember the one thing that was, I guess, you know how you have moments where just some random thing makes you remember a certain day? Well, on the way to Charlotte, she goes, "Do you want to get some coffee?" So we stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts halfway on the way up to Charlotte. And I just remember, even though Dunkin' Donuts is not the place I usually go for coffee, that coffee was probably the best coffee I had because of just the way I was feeling that day. So anyway, so it's this day has been monumental in a lot of ways for me. And the other memory that came up today was a memory of me picking up my dog from the vet, because I had just landed in Santa Rosa. So I flew on September 11th back from Charlotte over to Santa Rosa, and I picked up my dog from the vet. And I have some good news. So in the coming weeks, you will be seeing a new addition to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And I will be going to pick up my new furry friend from Idaho. So I don't want to say much more because I want to let my family know more about what's happening. But that's a little teaser for you. So it won't be Logan cookie time, but it'll be very similar to that. So I'm very, very excited. Today's a very, very special day. I just got the photos today, and she sounds amazing. So I will tell you more in the weeks to come. But once again, it's the 20th anniversary of this monumental time in our history, and I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for all of you tuning in and just being a part of all of this. And we will get through this pandemic. We will be stronger for it. I know that sounds very cliche, but I think it's going to be a wonderful thing in the end, that we can all just kind of reflect on this time and remember. It's like, remember when they started with mRNA vaccines? And it's like, now it's a regular thing. I mean, who knows? You know, I'm not into mRNA vaccines, but at least that's it. And thank you. Yes, thank you on the adoption. I'm very, very excited about it. So that also means for people who, you know, that I'm going to be heading down to Arizona probably in the month of October or November. My little fuzzy friend will be with me too. Holy guacamole. That's the first I'm hearing about what? The fuzzy friend? Yeah, this is the first announcement I've made. I've told a very small group of people, and I haven't told my parents yet because the last time when I adopted Logan, I'll tell you what their response was. They said, "Why don't you just get another rabbit?" Because I had only had rabbits as pets before. And it's almost as if, you know, your parents are overly protective of you. They want to make sure you're okay. But, you know, we're adults now. We can make our own decisions. So they weren't too excited. But once they met Logan and once they got to know him and realize what an important part of my life he was, they did. So, yeah. I will be telling you more in the weeks to come. But like I said, that's just a little teaser. And my parents don't watch my stream, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to tell my brother. I'll probably tell my brother after the stream tonight. And then, so today's, like I said, 20 years later, I found out about this new fuzzy friend that I will be adopting soon. But anyway, you guys are here to watch me build, not to watch me yak necessarily. But yeah, so I wanted to share with you a couple things. So let me... Well, first of all, before I should talk about what I did this afternoon. So as you know, the challenge I'm doing is called Bonkers for Bunkers. Bonkers for Bunkers. And I thought, what would be cool prizes that I could put together for this? And I don't know what came over me, but I just said, you know what? I'm going to put a little prize package together. It's going to be a roll of toilet paper, an MRE, so meals ready to eat, and I got some of these from the Navy Army surplus store in downtown Seattle. So I drove to downtown Seattle today. I've got 3 of these, and they're in these generic packages. And so I do have a vegetarian option. So I have chicken and noodles with vegetables and sauce here. This one is beef stew. And then this other one is the elbow macaroni and tomato sauce. So I'm going to put together 3 little prize packages. So in addition to this and a roll of toilet paper, you will also get, and hopefully this will come up. Will this come up? Oh, come on. I had this all set up before the stream. All right. Of course, this... Oh, okay. It's doing it to me again. I get this all prepped and I'm ready to go, and then when I go live it like forgets. It's all right. So it is a Citizen Brick zombie figure. All right, let me see if it will come up this time. I'm going to try this again. And I'm not sure why it does this to me. It's like it goes brain dead. And I have no idea why. It's like, okay, well, just trust me on this. It is a Citizen Brick, and I'm going to try one more time because I just think it's hilarious. It's the pedestrian and the dog. All right, let me see if it's, okay. It's showing up on my list, but why is it not showing up on the screen? Oh, okay. Well, look it up. Pedestrian and the dog. It is hilarious, and I had it all prepped and ready to go. I've already ordered 3 of them. They're going to be shipped to me. Hopefully they will show up by Tuesday morning, and then I will show that to everybody. So yeah. Oh, hey, Brickham's Den, how's it going? So anyway, yeah, this is just, I don't know what's going on. It's like my... All right, now it's okay. Can you even hear me? All right, let's see. Previews disabled in performance mode. Okay, we're back. I don't know why my website is not showing. I had it all ready to go, but anyway. So the whole thing is going to be a pedestrian with the zombie. All right, I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna have to, I think one thing I may try to do is I may try to, maybe, I haven't tried this yet, is StreamYard for YouTube, for individual ones. I usually use StreamYard when I have guests coming. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. I've got the zombie open. There it is, okay. And all right, this is working now. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. But that will also be in the little prize package. Can I speak up? Audio is good? Okay, all right. Hey Doc, how's it going? All right, so this is, I've got 3 of these on order. So in your prize pack, if you win the Bonkers for Bunkers challenge, you will get this pedestrian and dog zombies. You'll get an MRE, your choice of either elbow macaroni and sauce beef stew, or chicken and noodles and vegetable sauce, and a roll of toilet paper. How cool is that? Now the only thing I'm worried about is this MRE is in this like foil lined package, and I'm not sure if how TSA or whatever the post office uses for security. That looks hilarious. I know, doesn't it look hilarious? Here, I'm gonna make it bigger again so everybody can see. So there's the pedestrian zombie, and even his glasses are kind of askew, and it comes with this dog with the tire print on the side. The tire marks to match. Exactly. I just thought, when I saw this, I said, this is hysterical. They still had some in stock. Today I also ordered the Green Beret dude because that went on sale today at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So that's my treat, is the Green Beret dude. And then we've got 3 of these coming. So you got all swept away with work, you forgot. You still have a couple days. You still have a couple days to do this if you wanted to. Yeah, don't worry. You've got, that's why I'm talking about it today, because The deadline is Monday at 11:59 Pacific time. So if you get it in by Monday, and then Tuesday is the stream, and then I have the people who are going to do that. View askew. Okay, how appropriate for Halloween soon. As far as the bunkers, yeah, and also the zombies, exactly. And I kind of thought, you know, when are you going to need to be in a bunker? Is when the zombie apocalypse happens. And when you're in your bunker, you're going to want your MRE, and you're going to want a roll of toilet paper. And I'll include a couple stickers, a couple things in there. But that's the big prize, is you're going to get one of these Citizen Brick minifig sets. And if you're not familiar with Citizen Brick, it's actually a really cool custom minifig shop. And I've belonged to the Stud Club. I've bought from them a couple times. And you probably remember when I interviewed Ferg, he is like the number 9 in the world who's ordered from them and is a huge fan. A deadline for what? The Bonkers for Bunkers Challenge. That's this. So, in fact, let me see if I can, let me go back and see if I can pull up the Dream Bunker. Let's see. I am going to use this tinyurl.com/brickbunkers. So if you look at that, Doc, I'll make sure that this is showing up on the screen. Okay, so this is the standard. The Dream Bunker standard. And if you, let's see if I can move this over just a hair. On the left here, you'll see that those are the slideshow for what's involved. You're absolutely looking forward to Halloween. So many Lego ideas and builds. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting a jump start on Halloween by doing these dream bunkers, because I know it's a little dark. I know that, you know, it's funny because Aubrey has a really cool collab / challenge going on right now called Friendship Timber, where you're trying to build a ship of some sort, spaceship, pirate ship, you know, regular cargo ship, and put friends in there. So that's the Friendship Timber. And then I've got, like, on the other side of the spectrum, your dream bunker if you're going to be in the middle of an apocalypse or in a dystopian universe. Yeah, so there's also We Are Family is another one that's happening right now. That's the one with Yano River Blue. Yeah, there's a lot that's going on. So the deadline for the Bonkers for Bunkers challenge is this Monday. So you have this weekend plus Monday, all of Monday, to do this. And I built this bunker on stream, on my Twitch stream the other day. And I really like how I put the pinstripe going all the way around in lavender. So Debo would be proud of that. And then I happen to have gotten these panels. So what's nice is these panels are 5 bricks tall. So if you look at the standard, you got 5 bricks, 5 bricks, and then I have 2 bricks here, that's 12. And then if you count the one plate down here, the plate in the middle, and the plate on top, that's 13 bricks. So it's got to be 13 bricks tall. So this is the one I'm working on today because it's partially done. Bonkers for Bunkers. What a great name. Yeah, who came up with that? Who came up with that name, Rick? And then here's a bunker I had made for Brick Can. So you can see this one, I didn't do as much work on the exterior. It's just, you know, kind of plain. It has a door in the back, so every bunker, this is in the standard, so that standard that's right up here, in this window up here. Yeah, so tinyurl.com/brickbunkers. And then there's 2 holes on the back for lights. And then the exterior is usually some sort of neutral color. And then the interior, you can make whatever color or theme you want. And so this one is a standard, where would Brickanista be if the apocalypse were to happen? This is kind of what my bunker would look like. And then I started working on this one. This is a bunker for Ursula from The Little Mermaid. So I started by looking at some reference photos, and while we were off stream, you probably remember I was struggling putting together some sort of cauldron looking thing, but I found this bird's nest, or like a crow's nest from a pirate ship, And I also found a circular, what is it, like a Technic spoke. So then that way you can put different pins on there. So now I've got that. I've got to find a crystal ball thing to put in the middle, and I've got to work on this side to kind of complete it. And I got to think about what do I want to do for the top, because as I mentioned, it has to be 13 bricks total, and I'm using this last plate level and trying to figure out, do I put a cover, or do I maybe partially cover it? Because I was even thinking it would be kind of cool if I partially cover it and maybe have that seaweed hanging from the top. And that's kind of the direction I think I'm going to go. View Askew Productions is an American film and television company. Oh, Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. Oh, very cool. You're absolutely looking forward to Halloween. Yeah. So like I said, I'm getting a jump start on Halloween. And if you win, these brick bunkers are going to be judged by Perry Wang and by Dave Morgan. So they're going to look at all the bunkers, and then the top 3 will get the little special Brickanista prize pack. You too could get an MRE and a roll of toilet paper and zombie minifigs. And I was also thinking that most of the prizes that you see on the internet, they're mostly, you can get a set, or you can get a gift card, or you can do this. And I said, why don't we just go out of the box or out of the bunker? Let's go out of the bunker. Let's go with toilet paper and an MRE. Yeah, and it was funny. I walked into this store, which is in downtown Seattle, the Army Navy surplus store, and I picked up a bunch of different things. So this was one of them. And I also picked up a tarp. So what I'm hoping to do is the tarp is kind of the color that I wanted to have for almost like wrapping paper. So I'm going to cut that up, wrap these things in the tarp, and with the, the stickers and the MRE, the toilet paper, almost like your go bag, right? Anyway, okay, so why don't we do some building? Like I said, I think we're going to do a lot of, on the side here, probably some lavender slopes with some dark gray is kind of, I think, the color scheme we're going to go for. Add some more seaweed, put a partial roof on the top that have seaweed bits that are coming down from the top. And I'm trying to think of the best way to do that, and maybe the chat could also help me out on that. All right, so let's take a look. Let me get my down camera going here. And you can see I've got that dream bunker thing on my window here as well. And this is our plan, is we're going to finish this today. And the more I looked at this, I said, the thing that also is missing are the eels. You probably remember that Ursula had a couple of different eels that were black. And one thing I may want to do, in fact, why don't I do this in the other window? I have the brick bunkers here right now, but why don't we do Google, because it's always good to have reference photos. Disney Ursula. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to do a movie just on Ursula, because they did one on Maleficent. Has anybody heard about that? Because when I was typing in Google, it said Ursula movie. I didn't know they were going to have an Ursula movie. Okay, so I'm just looking at some reference photos here. Let's see. I want to find one with her eels. I don't know if this is a close one. Yeah, those are, maybe they look like alligator heads. Maybe that's what I do, is I take some alligator heads and then just make like a body off of that. I haven't tried that. Well, I don't think, well, let's see. You got the front of the head. Okay, let me see what I have as far as alligator heads. So I don't know if people can see that. I'm gonna see if I can get that bigger. It's a jigsaw. Oh, look at that. The villain's jigsaw. Ooh, okay. There's a good shot. There's a good shot of the eel right there. Okay. Oops. Alright, my mouse is acting weird. let's just put it right there. Okay, I like that. So maybe if I can get some alligator heads and make like a really thin body. And, oh, bubbles. Look at the bubbles. There was somebody who made some bubbles recently. I'm going to have to think about that too. Okay. Oops, sorry, my mouse is all over the place. No! No, mouse, stay. Okay, let me get back to my chat. You need to go into lurk mode? Okay, no problem. Your phone is dying. No. Okay. You're changing from the cell phone to the TV? No problem. No problem. Like I said, we're just kind of doing some building, and I'm just hanging out with people today. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. It's a Saturday, so it's kind of a casual stream. But I do like this bunker compared to this one. As I mentioned earlier, this one is more like earth tones. And you can see it's got, you know, the gray on one side, and it's got this kind of tan on the other. And this one I really kind of stylized with the little pinstripe, going with the light gray, the dark gray, and the lavender for that. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to work on this edge. And I think I might need to move this over one stud, because I think to build up on this side, kind of almost like a mountainous thing without having a burp, because the burp, look how much room the burp takes. The burp takes up a lot of room. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let me see what alligators I have. Oh boy. I don't remember if my, ooh, I do have an alligator head. Okay, check that out. So that could be like the top of the eel's head. Okay, good. I do have, and I have 3 of them. Okay. Oh, actually I've got 4. I've got 4. And I was wondering what I was going to do with those, because I didn't have the other part of the body for those, and I just threw them in here. So that's awesome. And now this is a dark gray. So I'm already thinking to myself, you know what might be kind of cool is I have a bunch of dark gray 1x2s, and you know how you can make those little wavy walls with the 1x2s? That might be cool to do. Okay, take care, Rick. Have a good night, and yeah, I hope you work on your bunker. You have time. You have tonight, tomorrow, and all day Monday. That's plenty of time. It'll only take you a couple hours to build a bunker. Okay, we'll see you. Brick bunkers. Okay. Alright, so let's look at these. So I'm looking at these attachment points. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky. That's gonna be a little tricky there for the, how do I attach this? But let's take a look at what 1x2s I have. Because I do have lots of this dark gray. I'm gonna move this bunker out of the way. Yeah, I'm so excited about bunkers for bunkers. We already have entries from around the world. We've got somebody in the Netherlands, somebody in the UK, and I think there's one more maybe from Portugal. So it's already hitting us globally, so to speak. All right, I think I need some studs. I need some. Yeah, but thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope you're feeling better, Cornado. We were worried about you. And I don't think anybody knew you were in a car accident, so glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I think that going back to what I was saying earlier about how, you know, if we've learned nothing else about this pandemic and what's happened with 9/11 is that we gotta appreciate the time we have, because it is fleeting. You just never know. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm doing that stacked method with the studs and the studs and plates. Studs and plates. And when you start doing this, you can see that it starts making a curve. And in this case, I think we're going to try to make like an eel's body from this. Now the question I have is, this is what I suspected, which is kind of cool, is that this actually fits the width of a plate. So 1x2 plate fits right in the middle of this. So I think the way we're going to have to attach this is it might, oh boy, to think about this, because there's really no other attachment points here. There is this. What is that? Ooh, a plate fits right in there. So we might have to kludge it a little bit. But I think if we stick something like that in there and then attach that to a plate, and then we could build the bodies. But yeah. So you know what? I think I'll have to think about this. But we're going to play around with attachments. So I think we're just going to make thin 1x2 bodies for the eels. At least that's what I'm going to do. Since I'm streaming. Let's see. Make sure I get this right. I always hesitate with this. Yeah, that's correct. And you can see if you look on the side, the way I usually try to remember this is that when you have these blue studs, they go up in a diagonal. So you have that diagonal movement. And I realize that this one, I think, is maybe a little off. It depends on how you turn it. If you turn it this way, you see how it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Oops. Yeah, I wish I had like a pattern or something that I could just repeat. But, okay. Yeah, like I said, you just gotta appreciate every day you have, because things can change so quickly. And even just thinking about what's happened for just Tricky Bricks. I mean, that's how a lot of us know each other, is from Tricky Bricks. I mean, they've been streaming now for a little over a year, and oh, look at that. That looks actually really good. I mean, you've got that big head and then this body, and then if I put a bunch of those top clips here, let me try that. Top clips. So I'm looking at the reference photo. Let's look at that reference photo again. So the eel has like this stripy thing going down, and in this case it's green. Maybe I should just go for green. I've got this sand green. Let's see how that's gonna look. Oops, sorry, I'm out of frame. It's out of frame, there it is. Maybe if we do it this way. I just wonder if the curve is gonna, if the curve will change if I put those in there, yeah. I might almost, it's almost like you want rounded ones, but maybe if I stagger them like that. That actually is looking pretty cool. And then if I figure out how to attach this, this is what it's going to look like. Like that. And maybe if I make it just a little bit longer, because right now it's, if you look at the size of the head compared to the size of the body, it's about twice as long as the head. So I'm going to make it 3 times as long. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. This is actually something I might have to document. How would you like to make an eel for Ursula? Here, you do this. And then we're staggering these. And then if we wanted to, we might be able to put rounded ones in here, because then you could still move. Hey Joel, how's it going? We're making eels right now for Ursula. Making eels. How are you? I saw you made it to the Cranky Bricks support team. I didn't realize she had a support team. So congratulations, whatever your role is doing that. You're building Flotsam and Jetsam. Yeah. Are there only 2? Or are there 3 eels? Because I have all of these alligator heads. So I figured what I'm doing is I'm taking this alligator head and I'm making this eel body to go with it. And I've just got to figure out how to attach this here. And what I noticed is that there's this little trough on the back, and a plate will fit in there. So if I can figure out if I can get a plate and then the stud thing to match. Yeah, the eels' names are Flotsam and Jetsam. Okay, thank you. All right, so I think, so these are, this is going to represent the little eel, I guess, what do you call them? the fins. Seeing you everywhere today. How many streams have you been hanging out on? Okay, so I think just looking at this, let me see if I have a tail. So I'm thinking maybe one of these teeth. I may have used them all though. I used a lot of the teeth for the, what do you call it? Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, what if I put some of these? I've got a ton of these black ones. If I put like an open stud and put those in the middle, oh, those might look really good. I need Apollo studs. Okay, next potential thing might be these green flowers. Let's see. Let's start with the mint green. Because I still need it to move, and maybe that there's enough round in there to have these move. The pick-a-brick wall all day, so technically so is everyone else. Ooh, I'm liking how this is starting to look. I'm just got to figure out if I should have it point the other way. I think it has to point the other way. Yeah, Flotsam and Jetsam. Thank you. See, I wouldn't have known that. I'm not a big Disney person. I'll be honest with you. I don't follow a lot of Disney stuff. So whenever there's a Disney challenge, I'm challenged because I don't know Disney stuff. But I had these from this pick-a-brick wall. I've just had a ton of these black teeth and claws, yeah. And put them in the top clips as well? Yeah, I could. Let's see. I would have to put them sideways, I guess. Let's see. I don't know, Glenn. Let's start with this first. He filled up 3 to 4 pick-a-brick cups. Well, he filled up 1. Well, I'm glad the two of you finally got together. You've been like talking about when you two would meet, so I'm glad you finally had a chance to meet. You guys were starting to, I was starting to get concerned, Joel. You sounded like you were getting separation anxiety. Only 2. And you were very casual about it. Okay. Was Casual Dragon Baby with you? Okay. So I don't think, Glenn, these top clips will hold it. I just realized I put some of these top clips on the wrong way. I think we want them to be on sideways. Boy, there's a lot of clutch on these. I didn't say as well. I said it before I started with the upright ones. Oh, okay. I think there's the delay in the chat. Okay. That actually looks pretty awesome, actually. And then we just got to figure out how to attach this to the front. And then we have an eel. Wow. That's pretty dope, yo. So now, how am I gonna attach this? Because like I said, a plate or a tile will fit right in there. And then if we put this, here, get this in the camera. We put this right here. It's like I need one of those sideways clips. Oh, where did I put those? I know I have a bunch of black ones somewhere. Where did I put those? I don't know if you know what one I'm thinking about. It's like a 1x1 with a 2 studs on either side. I might be able to do it with the clip and bar. Let's see. So I'm looking at this as another option. I know this is probably illegal. But it fits in there pretty well. And then I've got the clip. Maybe I need to put a clip on the bottom. It's like I feel like I'm so close. I'm so close. Let's see. Got a horizontal clip here. OMG. Did I just figure that out? Now I should see if I have the right colors, because that one's kind of brownish. If I went with gray, that would be better. Dark gray. Let's see if I have dark gray. Oh, I'm so excited. I think I figured it out. But dark gray, do I have it in dark gray? Okay, I've got this clip in dark gray. Illegal is irrelevant. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I guess if you get it to work, who cares, right? Well, there isn't really... I mean, if you have these leftover alligator heads, what do you do with them, right? Okay, so we got that. And let's see if we have... let's see, that one on like that. So we need a gray one, dark gray. Yeah, I think this is half the fun when you're working on these kinds of things. Oh, I got dark gray. I've got dark gray. Okay, so just replace this with the dark gray. Trough in here. Yeah, flotsam and jetsam. That's pretty good. I'm hesitating only because I would like this to be a little higher up, like up here. I'm trying to think how I might do that. But what if I put the clip up here instead of this top clip? I am stoked. Just the fact that I've got these leftover heads and now I've got actually something I can do with them. Let's see. Let's do this again. Aha! Yeah, I think that's better. A little higher up. Put this back here. Let's see. I think... Put another... Just trying to see, remember that pattern I was telling you about? Yeah, that actually needs to be a 1x2. There. That actually looks pretty awesome. Shang-Chi polybag. Ooh, it has an eel-like mini Asian dragon build. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look for that. I haven't seen the Shang-Chi polybag anywhere. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that. I don't know, that might be kind of long. Especially if I try to put this into the bunker. I may have gone overboard. I may have to make this smaller. But I do like it as an eel. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I think I need to make it a little shorter. Maybe only four spikes instead of 5. Yeah, she needs her pets. She needs her pets around. This is great too because since this is on a hinge, this head can move a lot. Oh, I'm so excited about this. This is awesome. This is awesome. Okay, so the question is, I guess we have one on either side, right? Okay, let me make the second one. Model it after this. Oh, I'm so excited about this. This is great. This is great. So you can see here, we've got first flotsam, and guess we'll work on jetsam. Yeah, so if you want to repeat this, take the and then put a 1x2 with bar. Wedge that in there. Because apparently that's illegal, right? It's only legal if you use tiles. But hey, you got to do what you can with what you have. And I've already got this partially done already. So I can just keep building on this. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Let me just double check. Let me look at this for a moment. It looks like I started with the black. And we need one of those gray horizontal clips. Dark gray. Let's see if not, I can use a light gray, but dark gray would be ideal. Here we go. Dark gray. It's gonna go there. It's only legal if you use 1x1 tiles, or 1x2, or 2x2, or what is it? A 2x2 shield piece. The one they used for Tiago Catarino's grave. They did that too. For that one. Oops. I'm just noticing I could move this as far forward as I can, and then that way that angle is closer to the body. Okay. So we got that. And I think these green flowers actually work really well. Where did my... There. I've got all these all these different things in here. Oops, wait a minute. Nope. Yeah, this technique I use a lot for walls. So I know it's kind of like what did you say the other day? Joel is like a one note from the LEGOMasters. This is my one note. I use this technique a lot. But like I said, it works. So if it works, why not use it? Gotta go? Okay, take care, Cowboy Kenobi. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday. I will be streaming Sunday for my Brickanista on the Move. And then I'll be streaming Tuesday. I'm not streaming on Monday this week. So that's a change in the schedule. That's because Tuesday's my anniversary. My stream-iversary. Hard to believe I've been streaming this long. But I'm going to send you an email, Cowboy Kenobi. Because I wanted to ask about different things for long-time subscribers. So thank you for your support. I know you've been almost from the beginning. You've seen a lot. You've seen a lot over the last year. And you're still here. I still haven't scared you off. So that's good. I appreciate it. Thank you. And rest up your back. I hope you feel better soon. Oops, now this seems off. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, got one more here. No, I guess that's right. I didn't think there were two, no, there isn't. 1, 2, 3, yeah. That goes there. There we go. So we need to make 2 of these. I'm just measuring 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's correct. Okay. we need one more 1x2. Okay, cool. And I've been wondering how I'm going to use more of these, so this is good. Well, I guess I'm just looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, somehow I'm off a little bit, but at least one of them we know is Flotsam and the other one's Jetsam. So we'll just say Jetsam has the Jetsam has the extra tail here because these are a little slightly different, and I'm not sure what I did, but they're close enough. So the one with the tail will be Jetsam. Flotsam has got no little nub. Jetsam does. Yeah, so we're going to have Flotsam and Jetsam with Ursula, and then, like I said, I'm going to work on the other edge. But, oops, no, that's a red one. I wanted black. Black teeth. I have a ton of these black teeth. Maybe I should throw some of those in, too, with the bunker package. So, bunkers for bunkers. You get black teeth, too. Toilet paper, black teeth, an MRE, and a zombie minifig. How's that for a prize package? Okay. And let me see if I have one more of those teeth in black. I'm looking for, ooh, look at this one. Put that on the edge. That might be a little too bizarre. Yeah, that's actually not going to fit. Aha! This is the one I was looking for. That. So this is Jetsam. Jetsam has the black tail. Flotsam doesn't. Flotsam is like that. That looks good. And then I'll add a couple of these studs. Translucent blue studs. Now this is great. Like I said, these still might be a little big, but it might be fine once I put it into the MOC. I like this little tail. This little tail is adorable. There we go. Look at that. Flotsam and Jetsam. The two eels made from alligator heads. Okay, cool. Cool. I love it when something that you hadn't planned just kind of comes together. And I appreciate you all being here to help me out. I'm gonna readjust some of my bins. So here we go. We've got these two. And just looking for attachment points here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the cauldron fell over. It might be kind of cool to just have them like hanging out, right? Yeah, so I ended up using these clips with these teeth. Here, I know, sorry. Adjust this. You almost feel like you need to have it attached. But that actually wouldn't be too bad. I have a stud right here. Let's see what happens if I attach that right there. Oh, look at that. OMG. Here, I'm gonna zoom in. So this is actually hovering because don't forget it's supposed to be underwater, so. And it's attached up here using that translucent stud. So if I curve this a little bit, and that also covers up a part of this here on the right. That looks awesome. That looks great. It's kind of tall though. I mean, maybe if I wanted to lower it, but I don't know. I think I kind of like it there. Because you want it to kind of be dramatic, right? Here, take a look. If you're looking at it from a distance, floating like that is cooler. Yeah, I think so too. And like you said, Joel, if people know about Ursula, then they'll know Flotsam and Jetsam are there. So that's Jetsam, because Jetsam has the tail. And this is good because we were trying to figure out how and with this standard, this might actually be cool too. With this standard, you can have things coming out from the front. So you could, if I attach this here, let's see what happens if I attach it down here. You could have it coming out from the front like that. So you have Flotsam and Jetsam right there, kind of coming out from there. And just from a distance, she gets a little bit lost, but I'm hoping to find there's that piece from that globe piece, the one from Raya, that pearlescent one. I had one, but I knocked it off and I can't find it. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do is work on this wall over here. But I really love how this is coming together. And I love how this is popping out, so it's got kind of this 3D effect to it. Let me hide this window for a moment. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see we've got this one popping out from the front. We've got that one hovering. I love it. I really love it. I should have the other eel lower. Yeah, it is lower. I think I saw yours afterwards. And I still have one stud left on this wall side. So if I wanted to build up, but now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering, remember how I said I wanted to have like spiky seaweed coming down from the top? Maybe I shouldn't worry about this wall because it's already getting kind of cramped in there. Okay, let's do my proof of concept first, because here's the dilemma. We only have one plate level to work with. So what I was thinking about is, how do I create kind of, I'd have to make it almost upside down or sideways. Oh, maybe sideways. I'm just looking, I just pulled this plate just for an idea. If I put the plate sideways and then have the spiky seaweed coming from there, that might be the way to do it. And I can put brackets coming down from here, and that would still be in system. Okay, let's try that. And here's the spiky seaweed I was talking about. These guys. Having these kind of come down from the edge over here. Yeah. Alright, let's try that with some brackets. And it's gray, so if I have, what do I have here? I have dark gray. No, I want the light gray. I've got this, and it does have those little attachment points for spikes. Spiky seaweed. Oh, I like that. Okay. Alright. Alright, that's in system. I might have to do some on this side too. Have some more gray over here. More spiky seaweed. If I put it over there. I also have this brown. I'm not sure if I should break it up or just keep a system going. Yeah, this actually works better than what I had originally envisioned. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that looks good. Look how it's coming together. Let's see. Alright, see if I have more. Do I have more in light gray? I do. I don't know if keeping a pattern works better, or it should be more haphazard, but it's definitely a nice backdrop. The only problem with this is that when you attach something else on top of it, there's a lot of studs here. That's why you wanted to have one more layer on top of this, but since I kind of went off script, can't really do that. Do I have room for one more? Maybe. Maybe I do. I do like this method though. I do have some dark green. I could maybe intersperse some dark green. You should have the other, yeah. I mean, if you want to. I do have some open studs. I might be able to do like some of these in here in dark green. Kind of throw some of those in there. I like how this is coming out. And you know, there's no right way, it's a MOC. You just do what you think works. I do like this pattern now. Let's see, have another dark green. Uh-oh. Am I running out of dark green? I have a black one. Well, sometimes you just gotta make do with what you have. Yeah, I don't have any more dark green. So let's see if the black one, put this black one over here. So it has that textured look to it. It actually looks really good. I'm excited about this. And I could put some more of that other seaweed in there. Uh-oh. Oh, no, there it is. I was gonna say, wait a minute. Somebody had asked if I could put some other green seaweed. I only have literally just one other of the bright green. All of the ones I have are this dark green. So I'm thinking this could go in front. And I gotta be careful because this is popping up just a little bit. I might have to tuck that under. Or put something else in there, like spiky. You've got spiky seaweed too. Alright, this is not cooperating. Okay. Yeah, this is, I think we'll just punt on that. But it's looking really good with flotsam and jetsam and this back wall here of seaweed. And I could put more seaweed on this side too if I wanted to. I just don't have the combination of colors. Let's see, what else? The other thing I had talked about was maybe putting in some more rock formations, but it's getting kind of crowded now. So I'm starting to lean now towards this seaweed coming from the top. Yeah. I'm going to refresh the chat in case I've missed something. Okay, I haven't missed anything. Okay, good. I was worried. So like I said, the risk I have with this is just that if this is something is stacked on top of this, it's going to clutch this and then it may pull it up with it. So, but since I'll be managing this in the dystopia area, I'm not too worried. Not too worried. Okay, so if Ursula is in a bunker with flotsam and jetsam, is there anything else she needs? Because one thought I had was, I was looking at the one that Dawn made, Dawn Sloboda, and she made like some shelves with jewels on them for opal. But this, I can't change that because that's a panel. I would need to put it here where these bricks are. So I'd have to like put a shelf in there. And these brackets might come in handy. Ooh, I pulled the green by mistake, but maybe if I put the green out there, because like I said, you can make the interior anything you want. I'm just thinking out loud. If I have these brackets, then would I be able to put a shelf on there without wedging it in between? I would need to, I think, have the clip and bar. Let's see. And we need bubbles. That's the other thing we need, right? We need bubbles. Somebody did bubbles, and I'm trying to remember how, but there's this. I have this, and I have this big one, but there was somebody who made bubbles, and I'm trying to remember how they did them. I'm just going to set that there for now. Here's something else that could be a bubble. We've got this. Okay. Alright. How do I build a shelf from this side bracket? Or, what am I thinking? I should just do something really simple. Like a 2x4. A green 2x4. I'm so silly sometimes. Sometimes I overthink things. Alright, so hear me out. We're going to pull this off. And we're going to put some shelves in. And they're just going to be 2x4s. But they'll be in green. In fact, maybe I should go down one more level. mean, if I really wanted to actually go with the color scheme, though, I probably should make them gray. But I'm going to start with the green for now, just to do a proof of concept. Because once again, as long as you keep the math correct, it should be fine. Okay, so we've got some shelves going on here. Yeah, you know what? Remember that, what was it? I just made that, the hair salon. It had that clamshell in it, but it's the wrong color. It's white. It's too bright. I want this all to be kind of dark. Alright, so we added 3 plates, and that leaves us with one more level we put up here. I mean, theoretically, I could add one more, but that would take it all the way to the top. Because, as I mentioned, we still have one more layer that we can play with. Okay. Alright, we have some shelves now for her provisions that she might want. So she's gonna want, what would she eat? She would... Now, I found this. This might be helpful because we were talking about having a globe for her. That actually might work. It's not attached because there's no attachment point here, but I think this will fit. Will it clutch? It's not clutching. Wait a minute, it just clutched. Alright, so that's her crystal ball. Oh, that looks great. Here, check this out. So you know how she's got that crystal ball? So that white plate actually makes it pop. Otherwise it would get lost. So she's got her crystal ball. She's got Flotsam and Jetsam with her. And she's got some provisions over here. I should probably put some more seaweed on either side. Yeah, I'm a little worried that I'm putting a lot of down brackets, but the things you do for art. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use green on this side. So I used gray on the back, and I think I'm gonna have to use green on this side. Very nice, thank you. Yeah, I'm liking how this is starting to come together.
At Circle K, we love your vehicle's engine as much as you do. That's why we're bringing you our best, premium Circle K fuel. Your vehicle will love our premium fuel because it protects...
You know, it's funny, when I start working on MOCs, it's just like things start to come together, and things that I hadn't planned, and they start really gelling.
So don't just put anything in your tank. Show your engine some love. Head to Circle K and fuel up with Circle K.
So here's what it looks like so far.
Caring for your health should be easy.
So you've got the seaweed coming down, then we have this little shelf of provisions. So I just need to put, maybe, you know, what I did last time for my bunker is I put in, what was it? Palisade bricks or barrels? Yeah. But that's looking really good. And I think, let's see how many more green ones do I have. I'm running low. I've got 2 more green ones. Oh, perfect. So I've got 2 more sections I can add. Okay, let's just follow the pattern, shall we? Yeah, Ursula's got to be with her pets, Flotsam and Jetsam. And then I think when the light is in the back, it's going to really make that pop too. Oops. I wish I had more of the dark green, but I gotta just make do with what I have. Let's see if this will fit in there. There we go. Okay. Oops. I almost had an oh no there. Got all these MREs in front of me. I don't really need them here, do I? Alright. So here, let's do a recap of where we are. This may be close to done. I think the biggest issue I have right now is what do I do here in the front? Because it just seems... This is where I might need to build a little rock formation to cover that up. Because everything else looks fairly organic. It looks pretty good. Yeah, so let's see. We're going to build a small rock formation here. It's only 1 stud wide. I think it's going to have to be a combination of gray and lavender slopes. 1 by 2s and 1 by X's. So I've got a bunch of these. That's nice. And since we had the dark gray for the burps, definitely want to use some dark gray too. I've got a bunch of these in dark gray. This is almost where you would want a little lerp there, but I think lerps are a minimum of 2 studs away from the wall. And I don't have a whole lot of room to work with. Ooh, look at this. I've got these 1 by 2 by 3s. Let me grab a couple of those. We happen to have some in... Oh, and these are the inverse ones. Interesting. Okay. We've got inverse and we've got regular. And remember, we can go out from the front. So that's allowed if we want. I'm just also checking to see how much space I have with that serpent in the way. Oops. Actually, I guess I could move him. Okay. Get the seaweed out of the way. Get these flowers out of the way. I am very, very excited about this, though. I think, like I said, I wasn't planning to do an Ursula one, but this works with lavender, and I happen to have these heads from these alligators, and now I can put them to use. But now we've got to figure out how do we... let's see. These are very useful for this situation, these pillars. And, alright, I'm going to have to use the camera to my advantage here. See if I can... what I'm trying to do is make it 6 studs wide. Yeah, that works. Let's see, where's that other slope? Thought I had it, there it is. Yeah, so I'm just free-forming right now at this point. So I have some of these inverse ones, and right now it's looking like a little bit of an hourglass, but I also need to cover a big amount of space in a kind of a small amount of time, so. But here, I'll show you what it looks like right now. Let's get some lavender in there, shall we? And building sideways is interesting. Let's just say, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fitting in there. Actually, that's not looking too bad. I'm looking now, I need an inverse slope, I think. Let's see. I just recently organized my slopes, so this is actually working out really well. And like I said, I just need to cover this little bit up here. Do I want some purple or some lavender? Let's try another inverse, shall we? Actually, let's... Actually, that's not too bad. Oops! Oops, oh no! Okay, I will definitely need to do some cleanup. Alright, so I have this that kind of came off. Let me see if I can build this here. So you see how this is creating like this little crack, which is actually kind of what I was going for, but it is a little bit squirrely. There we go. Okay, that's good. These two are together, so I could put a gray here. In fact, let me move this. Let me move this out of the way, I think. See if we can move that. There we go. Much better. We can actually see what we're doing now. Yeah, we just need to fill this a little bit right here. Is there a roof for the bunker? It doesn't have to have a roof. It's optional. So I do have the option if I decide not to do this, but it's already at 13 studs. stud. So yeah, no, you can have an open air bunker. It's allowed. So this one's going to be open air, but it is to standard, so you could stack another bunker on top of it. That's the important part. So I think the last thing I want to do, so you can see how I've added this little rock formation here on the left, and I just need to complete that. Let's see, what am I going to do there? Should I add another one of these slopes? Maybe this one. That's not too bad. That's actually looking pretty good. I'm just thinking if I should add another seaweed piece with a little stud, but it would go this way. Unless I put a side, if I put a side bracket. I think I have a 1x side bracket. I have it in light gray. Do I have it in dark gray? Aha. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, wait a minute. Will this work? Oh, it will. Alright, cool. Add that little piece of seaweed here. Look at that. Now, the last thing I need to do is add flotsam back in there. But we now have... Oh, that's right. I need to get her provisions also on here. So, let's see. Now, Ursula... Did Ursula have gems as well? Maybe I should look. Let's see, Ursula's lair. That's actually, I'm really glad we have these reference photos. Let's see. And let me go back and show you so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So let me see, we want to see her lair. I remember we need bubbles, but there's seaweed there, flotsam and jetsam. Let's see. Let me type in lair, see if we get anything else here. Oh, that's right. Clamshell. Okay, that is a video. There's a mirror in there. I forgot about the mirror. And here's that globe thing. Actually, you know, if I can find that white globe, that would be better, but at least right now the crystal isn't too bad. If I find it, I'll replace it, definitely. But as far as the lair goes, yeah, I think we pretty much have what we need. I think the rock formations will work fine. Here's another one which is kind of cool. That little wispy cloud-like things. But I'm looking for provisions, like what would she have on the wall? And she's got the poor unfortunate souls too, doesn't she? Okay. I don't see any provisions or something. I see the mirror. And then I guess kind of the images of the poor unfortunate souls. I'm going to check the chat to see if anybody remembers. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think what I'll do is I will put, maybe as a joke, I should put toilet paper in there. But it would be black, right, instead of white. And maybe that's like a callback to, you know, what I build. Oh, that's right. I should put a panda tile in there, shouldn't I? Because as you know, in my bunkers, I've always put like a panda tile. Where would I put that? I might be able to put it over here. Like hanging on one of these guys. Okay, let me see. Where did my panda tile go? And this is more of a signature thing that I do. So this panda tile. You probably know less about Disney than you do. Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I just kind of floundering, so to speak, through this. You know, I could put this down here. Oops. Uh-oh. Where'd that panda tile go? There it is. I'm gonna open this door. There it is. Well, I could do it the old-fashioned way. That's the nice thing about this, the modularity of this. Okay, so we've got that. And then what I've done in the past is I put provisions, kind of using these, let's see, why don't we, looking for that magenta to kind of match this color. So you see how these show up here. Okay, why don't we do that? I think I have another magenta one in here somewhere. Yeah. I like that. And then the reason why I was asking about gems is that whether or not I should put some jewels up here, but maybe for now I will just go generic because I can change this out pretty easily later. Or it could be a signature, right? That whenever the Brickanista makes a bunker, there's always a shelf full of supplies. Oh, hey, Lena, how long have you been here? Did I miss you earlier? You just wanted to stop by to say hi before you go to sleep? Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're building bunkers. Bunker building for the Streamiversary coming up. That's looking pretty good. And I do have some gold. Did she have like wine glasses or something? You just popped in? Oh, okay, good. Canned food is worth more than gems in the wasteland. Okay. All right, we will just consider this like cans of food. Does Ursula eat tuna fish? That's the question of the day. Is that considered cannibalism in the underwater world? I know I have a whole bunch of gold. I was hoping I have one more in here. Okay, let me go into my stash. get that. I have no shortage of these, so I kept them separate. Okay, so I think I should have one more of these. So this is going to go essentially right here. That's looking pretty good. I'm wondering if I should put one more photo here. Let me see, I have another down bracket. I could use another beat bit tile for that. And maybe put this burgundy up top. Probably eels, fish. Well, the thing is, Flotsam and Jetsam are her pets, so I don't think she eats eel. Oops. It's a good thing that door is open. We can get this out of here. Okay, so we're gonna do another photo just to make it look a little more even. So let me see, what bit, is there a beat bit tile that has fish in it? That would make sense. Let's see if I have a fish tile. There's a pirate. Actually, I should put a mermaid tile in there if there's a mermaid one, isn't there? Doesn't the Candy Mermaid have a mermaid tile? Or maybe she had just Candy. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. This is the trombone looking thing, or French horn. Say crabs for lunch? Yeah, possibly. Okay, so where's my beat bit tile? Where'd it go? It was right here. There it is. So we got this French horn. I seem to remember something about, isn't there some French horn under the sea? Okay. That's right, we're going to move that. It's a tuba going toot. Yeah, I think that'll look better though. And I'm using that aqua kind of green to kind of go along with the green hair. I think the colors kind of match. I think that the one panda tile by itself was looking kind of weird. So, okay, so let me find. Actually, I could break it up a little bit. Maybe put a different color up here. Let's go with this lime green. It's the mysterious water tuba. Yes, the mysterious water tuba. It's a French horn, actually, if you look at the shape of it. I think it's a French horn. Okay, so this should go down and fit right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks amazing. So here, check out the bunker. It looks, I don't know if it's looking a little too busy or not, but we've got her provisions there. And then we've got to add the other eel in here, and then I think we are done. Looks like she has plenty of seaweed, so she can go vegetarian if she wants. Yes, she can. Definitely. So now I just have to secure this down. Oops. Uh-oh. What did I do? I knocked her over. Yeah, let me do this. Let me get that out of the way. Secure her down. Get Flotsam in there. Oops. Uh-oh. Alright, Flotsam. I know you have a couple studs we can attach you. Yeah, this is this angle is terrible for me because, like I said, it's for the camera. So I'm gonna have to angle this a little bit so I can see it. All right. Do I have to take down the whole wall so I can? Let's see if that'll work. That's the one thing nice about bunkers is that you can do it in a kind of a modular way, and that way you can actually see things when you're placing them down. Yeah, there we go. Oops, sorry. Everything is black on black, so try and for those of you who've watched me before, you know I always have a harder time with circular objects being placed on a plate. There we go. Okay. Alright, we've got this. Okay, now we can put her down. There we go. Got Ursula in there. Yeah, one of my seaweeds just dropped. Okay, get some good rest there, Lena. Thanks for stopping by. And we got this. And we had a seaweed here. Must have fallen off. And then we got this. Now I will have to replace the, there's two 1x2 bricks in the back here that I want to replace with the gray. The 1x2 Technic, but I don't have them. I've got to get them from Eric, who's not too far away. There we go. I think, though, that's pretty close. And we got this for, like, her little crystal ball. Oh, hey, Best of Bricks. Thank you. Thank you for the applause. And let me angle this for the camera a little bit. So you can see she's got her provisions there. There's seaweed coming down from all the different walls. I might be able to add some more over here because they are looking a little bit just rocky, but it could just be rocks too. But I think the best part was creating flotsam and jetsam from those alligator heads. I think that was the best thing that came out of this. And then of course my signature panda tile is in there, if you're little Easter egg. So yeah, I think this is a completed, almost completed, like I said. Here, let me show you what I need to change out. Is that these here, those are axle holes. I need the 1x2 dark gray Technic pins. And then if I can find a gray door instead of this white door, but I found a white one, so I'm putting that there. So yeah, if I can find those in the next couple days, I'll add those enhancements. But for now, for just the photos, this will be fine. And just to kind of go back to what I was saying earlier about stacking, is that, so to answer Doc's question about the cover, if you are putting a cover on it, then you do have the plate level and then the tile level on top, because you want to make it 13 bricks tall. And you'll see here on the side view, there's the 2 plates, and then here's the bottom plate, so that makes it 13. In this case though, I put that tile in the middle to make this pinstripe. So I have 1, 2, and then the last level makes it 13. So I kind of have to keep it like that, but it's still stackable. I'm not going to secure it down because, as I mentioned, those will pull up, but you can see how it's going to stack. So this would be better on the bottom, and then this one would be better on top, like this. And then the reason why you stack them this way is that when you're in a collab, all of them can kind of intermesh together. And the front, you can have, like in this case, we have flotsam and jetsam kind of, we have flotsam here that's kind of sticking his head out, so that's allowed. And then, like I said, 13 bricks tall, and you can stack them. And the back, the reason why you have those holes in the back is that you need to have a way for them to get in and out, but the holes allow you to string lights on the back in the collab. So then that way you can have lights here, you can have lights here, and then when they're all lit up, they look amazing. So if you ever go to a convention and you can take part in a collab like this, it's just so much fun. So I'm just looking at this, and some of my seaweed is falling over, so I need to put this back into place. But yeah, I think this is just about done. Like I said, there's just those little tweaks that I need to do, but this is pretty camera worthy, I think. It would be better with the darker door in the back, just to kind of show you. I just replaced that seaweed. I need to put one more piece of seaweed here. So let me grab some spiky seaweed. And this will go right here, like that. Okay, so we have 2 bunkers done. And like I said, I think the Ursula bunker looks pretty cool. And like I said, it's kind of supposed to be underwater kind of feel to it. And you could put a bunker on top of this because it is stackable. It is within system. Just when you take it apart, all these studs are going to latch to the earlier one. So that's why I'm just kind of keeping it like this. But to answer Doc's question, you can have it open as long as you're at the 13 studs. So yeah, so we have another bunker done. Yay! Cool. So there you go, my friends. Lots of really cool things happening here. And I'll show the front camera what we did today. So we worked on Ursula's bunker. As you can see, she's there. We've got Flotsam and Jetsam, the 2 eels that are kind of hovering near her. We've got all bunch of seaweed. We've got some burps in there, and she's got her provisions because she needs something to eat too. And a little rock formation too on this side, just to kind of cover up the wall a little bit so it wasn't so static. And then I think the other technique that I really liked from this was using these brackets, those 2x2 brackets with the seaweed coming out. So yeah, easy thing to do. These bunkers are a really great project. If you have a family that wants to do something that each of you can stack together, this is a perfect project for that too. So it's similar to what you've seen with the minifig habitats, but you notice the minifig habitats are open air. These you can have a cover, and the minifig habitats are usually at an angle, so that you stack them at an angle like this, whereas these you stack straight on, and you can add lights. And this is a standard that came about from Mark Cruikshank, Perry Wang, and Dave Morgan. And I saw this at Bricks Cascade, and I'm going to be one of the co-chairs for Dystopia. And I said, we're going to have a bunker collab. So I've been encouraging everybody to build bunkers. And you too could have an MRE. An MRE, a zombie minifig, and a roll of toilet paper and some stickers as your prize package. So, great build tonight. You love the details of Flotsam and Jetsam. Yeah, thank you. And I'm so excited because now I have a technique. And, you know, sometimes you have these leftover alligator heads, and if you don't have the body, now you can do something with it. So I'm super excited about that. And I think the only other thing I might want to figure out is how do I make bubbles? If I could somehow figure out how to put bubbles in here. And I've seen some people do some bubble types of things, but I think they're the big globes. They're these. And these are pretty big, so I'm not sure if I can make some smaller bubbles. I would love to figure out to do that. So I might do some research on that, of putting some bubbles in there. Like I said, changing out the color of the door and changing out the 1x2s that have an axle hole, because they need to be the Technic. And the Technic holes, by the way, if you're familiar with the lighting that Lego has, that the lights fit perfectly into a 1x2 Technic. And then there's other third-party lights that you can buy as well. So that's what we're doing for Bonkers for Bunkers. So if you haven't thought of it, doing this, in fact, let me go ahead and put this in the chat, is that I have this tiny URL that points right to the standard. And like I said, I did not make up the standard, but I think it is awesome. So go to tinyurl.com/brickbunkers. So go there. You can look at the standard. It's spelled out for you, all the specifications, and you can see how easy this was to build. And for me, because I like to put all those details in, it took me a couple streams, but this is a great project, like I said, for a group of friends or a family, and you can just be very creative on the interior, and the exterior has already got some really good guidelines for you. And what I like about it, it's a 16 by 16, so you have, you know, enough room that you could put more details and more interesting story to it. So that's what we're doing. Bonkers for Bunkers. You still have 2 more days. You have until Monday, 11:59. So my schedule's a little different this week. I will be streaming tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I'm going back to Bainbridge Island, and this time I'm going to be talking to Allie Perry. And Allie Perry is known for cosplay. She has taken the wrappers from CMF bags and taken those and built them into dresses and purses and other things for her cosplay that she's done. She's won awards for her wearables, and she's right here in Bainbridge Island, so I'm going to go visit with her tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to take the ferry over. We're going to set up. This time I'm bringing my Yeti mic, because I know last time you couldn't hear Ferg very well. So we're going to use the Yeti mic, so everybody should be able to hear her. And yeah, we're going to talk about wearables tomorrow. That's at 1 o'clock on YouTube. Then at 9 o'clock, I will probably do one more bunker episode in case anybody has any questions. And then Monday, I'm going to take Monday off because Tuesday I'm going to be having my Streamiversary stream, and that's on Twitch. And my Streamiversary stream will be from 9 to 5. I know, it's crazy, but I have a lot of different guests lined up for the different hours. And then at 4:30, we will have Dave Morgan and Perry Wang, who are going to be the judges for that bunker collab. And hopefully, my fingers crossed, that those minifigs will be here by Tuesday. I hope they are, because if they are, then I can show you them live. But if not, you saw the photo. So MRE, toilet paper roll, and zombie minifigs, and some stickers. That could be your prize package too. And you get to learn a new technique, because I think this bunker standard is a lot of fun, great for a collab, and we're going to be doing that at BrickCon. So if you're planning to come to BrickCon, you can build one of these too. So once again, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm glad you enjoyed watching me build Ursula's bunker. If anybody knows about making bubbles and how to do that, let me know, because that would be great to be able to do that too. And as I've said before, I really appreciate everybody's support. I really love being here on YouTube. It seems to be much more my speed and much more comfortable for me, and I really appreciate you hanging out. Though I did get my start on Twitch, and I still will be streaming on Twitch, but you'll see more of me on YouTube. I already stream 4 times a week on YouTube, 2 times a week on Twitch, and you'll see my schedule evolve over the next coming months. So thank you again, everybody. And as they say, oh, I should just acknowledge everybody. So Zach Martinez, Glenn Copeland, Best of Bricks, Have Studs Will Travel, Lena Suarez, Cowboy Kenobi, everybody who's been here today. Thank you so much. Doc Sampson. I hope I caught everybody. So thank you, everybody, for supporting me and watching. If you liked what you saw today, please like this stream. I am so surprised that I've got so much a groundswell of support from some of the streams that I've been doing. So if you like this stream, if you're watching for the first time and you like this, please subscribe and hit that little bell, and you'll get more of this content in the future. So once again, thank you, everyone, and as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.
At Circle K, we love your vehicle's engine as much as you do. That's why we're bringing you our best, premium Circle K fuel. Your vehicle